Public safety dominated the 2016 mayoral campaign.
We're well below. So one of my plans is to hire up to 1,000. We can have 1,000 police officers, but we need probably 1,000.
Mayor Brand wants to get to 1,000 officers strong by the end of his term. Chief Jerry Dyer would love to have them.
I'm proposing significant investments in public safety, hiring 21 additional sworn police personnel. This increase in sworn staffing to 825 will be the highest staffing level in nearly 10 years.
It is going to be great. Good for the citizens of Fresno throughout, and it's really up to us as to how we use those officers and how they're going to be funded.
In this GV Wire special, we ask, how many police officers are required to keep Fresno safe? Budgeting for more cops is one thing, but recruiting also plays a key role in how many police are on the force. Since 2016, Fresno has had funding available for 804 officers, yet they continue to hover around 760 on staff. Damon Kurtz is the president of the union, the Fresno Police Officers Association. He tells GV Wire potential recruits are choosing to go elsewhere.
Well, I think first is make an attractive package for these officers, a kind of compensation package that is comparable to at least to the surrounding areas, that we're competitive with the Sheriff's Department, we're competitive with Fresno, with Clovis PD and some of the surrounding areas that, you know, as the largest organization in the Central Valley and really a leader in the Central Valley, you know, the package should reflect that.
What do Fresno officers make compared to other cities based on similar populations? The numbers show neighboring Clovis officers earn more in base salary.
But you have to pay the officers what the other agencies are making, because that's what they do. They look at their neighbor officers and they go, hey, how come they make more than me?
How many officers does Fresno need to keep the city safe? Recent FBI data shows that among cities with populations over 100,000, Fresno ranks 5th in the number of police officers per capita. Kurtz cites an FBI figure that shows 2 officers per 1,000 residents is the ideal number. That would be 1,031 for Fresno. The International Association of Chiefs of Police warns that police per capita isn't the best metric. Is there a connection between the size of the police force and crime rates in the city? The Great Recession saw the city reduce the force. It's now climbing its way back up to pre-recession levels. Conventional wisdom would suggest crime goes up in times of recession, but a 2012 Stanford study shows otherwise. Property crime in Fresno decreased just as the department's size shrank as well. Some law enforcement leaders believe the recent increase is a result of the new way the state handles criminals through AB 109 and Props 47 and 57. They are blamed for reducing the punishment for certain types of crime and putting criminals back on the streets sooner. Kurtz says more cops are the answer.
So it doesn't really make sense for us to try to catch somebody in the act knowing that they're not going to stay in jail. It probably makes more sense to have more officers out there and deter them from committing the crime in the first place.
A UC Berkeley study from 2012 seems to confirm what Kurtz is saying. Its authors found that for every dollar spent on police, $1.60 is reduced in victimization costs, proving that more police officers are a good investment. Both Brand and Kurtz agree that the way to stay competitive is expanding economic health.
And there's a long-term goal to get to 1,000, but it's got to be done in a physically responsible way. And the only way I can do that is I have to increase the economic base of Fresno.
If we can bring businesses and people to Fresno and so that they know what is here for them, we can make our lives better and their lives better.
And what is Kurtz's opinion of Brand's goal of 1,000 officers?
I'm willing to bet you right now that's not going to happen.
David Taub, GV Wire.